Welcome back, everybody, to session number 2, and this is where we're working with the elements and working with the 4 directions. My name's Mark, and I'm the founder of One Tribe. So this is part 2, session 2 of a 4-part series. If you haven't done the first one, jump back and do that, because this is session number 2. So this is all about calling in the 4 directions, which is basically setting a spiritual container. Now, every different tribe does things differently. And when I first started doing shamanic healing, I really wanted to get it right. And I was really connected with a particular tribe, and I was trying to work out, is the east the earth or the air or the water or the fire, how does it work? I want to make sure I do it right. And within that tribe there's 7 bands and they all do it differently, and I was forget, where do you start? And when I connected with my guides, they basically said it's the intention that matters, and they showed me where to put the directions in for me personally, being in Australia rather than the northern hemisphere, and directions changing a little bit. But don't get your knickers in a knot around it at all. There's no right or wrong way. But when we call in the 4 directions, we're working with the elements as well of earth, air, fire and water. And there's something ancient about it. There's something so shamanic about calling in all of the forces of nature to support your work, to support your journey, to support your life in whatever stage you're at. So for me personally, I'm calling in the 4 directions all the time. Even when we're doing training at One Tribe in a day, I might call it in 50 times, sometimes really quickly, east, south, west, north. It's just rebalancing the space, rebalancing what we're doing, coming back to center. Because often when we're working, forces and energies are trying to push us off center. So as a shamanic practitioner, someone will come to you consciously really wanting to overcome an obstacle, an imbalance in their life, but their subconscious might do all they can to push you off that, because that is the life that their subconscious knows. So it can be scary for the subconscious to have a whole new way of looking at life, a whole new belief system where that subconscious doesn't know how to operate, even if that operating system's not so positive. So I'm finding I'm constantly calling in the 4 directions. It's just this way of rebalancing. It's this way of making things sacred. For me personally, I call in the 4 directions every time before I go to bed. It's just part of my life to have the 4 directions around me, earth, air, fire and water, above, below, all that is, to make and help support, make your life sacred. And a big tip, if you're doing ceremonial work, if you're doing shamanic work, you may very well be guided to use those elements and use the directions when you're doing your ceremonial work, your healing work, your workshops, even days. In shamanic training level 3, there's even days assigned to different elements. So the air element is more the mind, so what's going to heal that? What are the tools for healing that? The earth element's more the physical body. So what are the tools for healing the physical body? We want to make sure our body's great. And then you've got the water element, so the emotions. So what are the tools for healing emotions? How can we really get in there and work with that? And then the fire, more of the spirit, more your spirit, and tools for working with that, going into the higher realms of transmutation and transformation. So if you're unsure of how to do a ceremony, how to walk the shamanic path, always my strong suggestion is ask the question, what do the people need? Try not to come from your own head, but be open to what do the people need, and then open to what do your guides want to do to facilitate, to bring through transformation. But when you do that, just be open to the four directions. Be open to that being the whole session, but also calling that in, some sort of spiritual container. And when you call it in, then you want to close it at the end. So when we are going to be calling in the four directions this time, we'll actually make that like 20, 25 minute segments of actually diving into it. So we're calling out to, Spirit of the East, come to me, help initiate me on this shamanic path. Help me initiate me on whatever is my personal path, whatever you hold as sacred. It doesn't matter what you call it, right? But wind, air, come to me. Blow away the doubts, blow away the insecurities, blow away the confusion, and blow back to me my light, blow back to me my power, blow back to me my clarity, and all of the spiritual support to help me on that journey. So we'll be working with the four directions, we'll be working with the elements, and we'll be using that, no doubt, to cleanse and clear ourselves and to initiate as well. That's the intention. Everybody works differently. For me, and how I encourage students to work is to be that hollow bone that we talked about on the last session, to be a clear channel. So we have no idea what we're in for. As we open up to the east, what energy is going to come? What tools of healing are going to come? When we open up to the south, what's going to come? Now, when I open up to the south, which I've been guided to attribute to the earth, that's when I always acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that you're on. When you're working shamanically, even when you're not working shamanically, right? So important to acknowledge those that have looked after this place for thousands of years, to hold it in this pristine state. Obviously, we've changed it a lot, but there are ancestors there that love that land, and you can work with them. We've been lucky enough at one tribe, every year we take the shamanic students out on a trip on country with an incredible elder to learn about what it means to care for country, to learn, they know every rock, every nook, every song line, all the stories. And when you work with an elder, and they can kind of unlock the dreaming for you and teach you that the dreaming's not way back in the past, it's here now. And what's the dreaming that we're creating now? How are we going to work with our brothers and sisters of every colour, every nationality? How are we going to love ourselves? How are we going to love the earth? How are we going to look after those less fortunate? And it's just a privilege and an honour. I can't tell you how powerful it is to go on country with an elder. Find out if you don't know the tribe where you live, find out. And see if you can go and approach one of the elders and find out about where you live. Find out about the stories. They will open the dreaming for you. And when that happens, those ancestors come and support you to help others, because every time we're helping ourselves, every time we're helping someone, we're looking after country. We're caring for country. We're remembering who we are. All of the great elders that I've ever sat with, they absolutely don't care what colour your skin is. That's my experience. as I've shared, it's what is the content of your character? How are you living? They feel that. They resonate with it. I remember when I was really young, only like 20, and I met a tribe that had never left there, way out in the middle of Australia, and I was lucky enough to meet them, and I was just so impressed by them. It was like I wanted to live like that, and I wanted to live with them. I wanted to rekindle that, and I met with one of them, and we just sat together for 3 hours. We didn't talk, but he felt me out. And his awareness of the environment, of everyone that came into it. So when you are around these incredible beings, they will feel your intention and they will support your journey, has been my experience, to know yourself better, right? They know themselves. An elder knows themselves, and they know where you're at. We're all human. Just some tips, and as I'll reiterate it, working with the 4 directions, using that in your ceremonial healing work, you will find that those energies, particularly shamanic, will really flood in. So let's do that. You might also find that different elements have different colours, and again, don't want to throw more complication into the mix. Keep it simple, really come from the heart, and just have that intention to create a safe container, a loving container, a grounded one. Remembering that the shamanic path, it's not about floating off. You expand, yeah, absolutely, you expand beyond the beyond. But the shamanic path is also a grounded one. It's embodied, and we're here to be this channel. That's what we're here for. We're here to be this vessel so that we can support life. And you're just a normal everyday person, but there's times when you're called upon to do something. And everyone's got a different calling. This may be yours, it's definitely mine. Okay, let's call upon and call out to the 4 directions to really initiate us into that energy, into the directions. And we're going to begin with the east. You may attribute it to any element, but I've been guided to attribute it to air. If that's different to what you know, just go with it for the moment. And then go back to what you know and what you're familiar with. But we're going to start with the east and the air. And you can begin by saying, I call out to the spirit of the east.
I call out to the spirit of the east.
Place of air.
Place of air.
Come and initiate me into the shamanic path.
Come and initiate me into the shamanic path.
Blow away my doubts and insecurities.
Blow away my doubts and insecurities.
Blow to me my spirit allies.
Blow to me my spirit allies.
Blow to me my confidence.
Blow to me my confidence.
Blow to me my personal power.
Blow to me my personal power.
That I may have given away on this earth walk.
That I may have given away on this earth walk.
Please come to me now.
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 And just start to become aware of what comes to you from the east. What comes to you from the air. I'm just going to play a little bit of flute to just create a container for you to have your own journey. So the wind may come to you, the birds may come to you, the angels, guides may come to you, light may come to you. And don't doubt it. So, and begin to experiment. Are you a feeler? Are you a seer? Are you a knower? Do you hear the messages? Just starting to become aware of your breath and breathing light in and breathing light out. Breathing light in, breathing light out. Breathing light in. And just have this sense of the mind being stroked, almost like a hands going through your mind like a comb, just straightening out your thoughts, straightening out your mental body, really soothing and just stroking it. You can even, if it helps, you can even use your hands to just make that feel more real for you. Just this sense of stroking your head, stroking your brain, and breathing light in. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathing light in and breathing light out. In many indigenous cultures, there is a commonality around a star connection, that we're cosmic, that we are light beings, that we come from this source of light, this oneness light. And there's a common thread in many indigenous cultures and in this land here too, of a real connection to the Pleiades. In the Aboriginal culture, they call that the Seven Sisters. And it can be this sense of home, connecting with the light of the Seven Sisters, connecting with the light of the cosmos. So breathe that light in. That light and those star systems are often also connected with beautiful animals like the dolphins, the whales, the record keepers. You can say, I come from light.
I come from light.
I am light.
I am light.
And I open myself.
And I open myself
to return to that light.
To return to that light.
To drink in that light.
To drink in that light.
To swim in the ocean of oneness.
To swim in the ocean of oneness.
That's it. Breathe that oneness light in. request permission to journey to the Pleiades,
I request permission to journey to the Pleiades,
to journey into the cosmos,
to journey into the cosmos,
to expand into my source energy,
to expand into my source energy,
to remember who I am,
to remember who I am,
to experience myself as light.
to experience myself as light.
That's it, breathe in. When we first journeyed from the Pleiades into this planet Earth, we brought with us a lot of that oneness capability. Before, a lot of that was switched off and turned down and numbed out. And there was this real sense of interconnectedness of all things, all beings, an inherent ability to physically shapeshift, to telepathically communicate, to work with light and sound and crystals, and to enjoy this planet but not be bound by any planet. An ability to astral travel, to really expand into oneness by going inside, and to expand telepathically and energetically outwards into all that is. And having joined this program, again, there's almost no doubt in my mind that you've lived those lives, those ancient lives, had deep experiences of oneness at a cellular level. So you can say, I call to me the remembering of those lives.
I call to me the remembering of those lives,
The remembering of those abilities.
the remembering of those abilities,
The first and foremost being
the first and foremost being
that I am light.
that I am light.
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 That's it. Breathe that oneness in. And you can tone with me. So we talked earlier about shamanically time not being a linear thing. So we can connect to people who are going to be doing this recording later on, years later on. They can connect with us and we connect with them. So we call all of our souls together to breathe this light in together, to breathe this remembering together, to know that we are one source of light, that we are one source of love. And again, sometimes the sounds can help, and it can help amplify it by making a similar tone or just receiving it and relaxing. So breathing that light in and toning or receiving that light. I request that this light
I request that this light
go into my brain
go into my brain
to remind me
to remind me
that I am light.
that I am light.
I am not the thoughts of my ancestors.
I am not the thoughts of my ancestors.
I'm not the beliefs of my society.
I am not the beliefs of my society.
I am light.
I am light.
Breathe that light into the brain, into the mind. I acknowledge that there may be parts of my consciousness
I acknowledge that there may be parts of my consciousness
that are threatened by dissolving into the light.
that are threatened by dissolving into the light.
I acknowledge those parts
I acknowledge those parts
and I send light to them now.
and I send light to them now.
So just have that intention as you breathe in. So we have that strong intention to send through all the neural pathways in the brain the frequency and truth that I am light. I am light.
I am light.
I am light.
I am light.
I am light.
I am light.
I am light.
I am light.
You are light.
You are light.
We are light.
We are light.
I am light.
I am light.
And breathe light into the brain, into the neural pathways. Breathe in. And breathing that light down your spine, down into your skeletal system. Breathe that light in. Becoming very aware of the heart with the strong intention to breathe the awareness of I am light into the heart and into the blood, so that that message and frequencies and light codes of that truth get passed through every fiber of your body, every cell of your body, every part of your physical makeup. So really focusing on your physical heart, the chambers of your heart. I breathe light into the chambers of my heart.
I breathe light into the chambers of my heart.
I breathe light into the chambers of my heart.
I breathe light into the chambers of my heart.
I breathe light into the chambers of my heart.
I breathe light into the chambers of my heart.
With the universal truth that I am light.
With the universal truth that I am light.
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 Breathe that light in. And you can visualize, you can perceive, you can feel, you can know that blood being pumped and filled with light, and the heart pumping that light, pumping that truth right through your whole body, right through every organ, every muscle, every cell of your entire body, breathing that light in. And combining light now to the head and the heart and a connection between the two. I breathe light into the head and the heart.
I breathe light into the head and the heart.
The consciousness that I am light.
The consciousness that I am light.
And to the channel that connects the two.
And to the channel that connects the two.
And if it helps, you can even have your hand on your heart, your hand on your head, as you're breathing that light and that intention right through your brain, right through your head, right through your heart, through your blood, which can pump it right through your whole body. Breathe that in. Another breath in. Another breath in, more intensity, more intention. Expanding up again. Combining your head and your heart and your whole body with the energy of oneness with I Am Light and the Pleiades together, connecting with the physical and the star systems and the cosmos, breathing in. Just letting that sound go for a couple of minutes. thank the spirit of the east and the air. And we move from the expansion of the air energy, the light, the realm of the mind, which is the air energy. And we really come back into the body. You can say it's my strong intention to be in my physical body.
It's my strong intention to be in my physical body.
To be present in my physical body.
To be present in my physical body.
To ground and anchor into my physical body.
To ground and anchor into my physical body.
As I turn to face the south.
As I turn to face the south.
I call upon the spirit of the south to initiate me into the element of the earth.
I call upon the spirit of the south to initiate me into the element of earth.
And in going on that journey,
And on going on that journey,
I'm not going alone.
I'm not going alone.
I'm going with all of my brothers and sisters journeying with me.
I'm going with all of my brothers and sisters journeying with me.
So really have this sense of your heart and expanding that to everyone who's doing this right now or anyone doing it in the future, knowing that we're all together as one. You can say, I bring down all walls I put up between me and life.
I bring down all the walls I put up between me and life.
Between me and community.
Between me and community.
Between myself and family.
Between myself and family.
Which is every person I come in contact with.
Which is every person I come in contact with.
Every being on this planet is my family.
Every being on this planet is my family.
Is my responsibility to care and look after.
Is my responsibility to care and look after.
Love is my responsibility.
Love is my responsibility.
As Uncle Bob Randall would say. As we turn to face the south, I acknowledge this Wajak Noongar Budja here, this sacred Noongar land, and acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land wherever you are experiencing this session. We can say together, I do not allow any part of my conscious or subconscious
I do not allow any part of my conscious or subconscious
to block this experience for me.
to block this experience for me.
I know that in times gone by,
I know that in times gone by,
it hasn't always felt safe to be on the earth.
it hasn't always felt safe to be on the earth.
And I may have protective mechanisms in place
And I may have protective mechanisms in place
to stop me from experiencing the pain of being here.
to stop me from experiencing the pain of being here.
But I don't need those mechanisms now.
But I don't need those mechanisms now.
There is only the present moment.
There is only the present moment.
And in this present moment, I am safe.
And in this present moment, I am safe.
And I choose to connect to the Mother.
And I choose to connect to the Mother.
And I release all energies
And I release all energies
across all lifetimes
across all lifetimes
that are disconnecting me from that connection.
that are disconnecting me from that connection.
Breathe in. So I do not allow any part of my conscious or subconscious
I do not allow any part of my conscious or subconscious
to sabotage this experience for me or anybody else.
to sabotage this experience for me or anybody else.
The safest place for me to be is in my body.
The safest place for me to be is in my body.
The safest place for me to be is in my body.
The safest place for me to be is in my body.
When I'm in my body, I'm alive, I'm present, I'm aware.
When I'm in my body, I'm alive, I'm present, I'm aware.
When I'm not, I'm less safe.
When I'm not, I'm less safe.
I'm less aware.
I'm less aware.
I'm less present.
I'm less present.
I'm less able to respond to my environment.
I'm less able to respond to my environment.
One of the protective mechanisms that we have when we experience trauma is that we leave our body so that our psyche doesn't have to endure the pain of whatever might be happening. And in shamanic cultures, they always brought that back, that soul, that light, that essence. That's called soul retrieval. But what can happen is that we can believe and make agreements with ourselves that it's not safe to be here. We can have an automatic checking out, which is actually not safe. It's much safer to be present. There's a huge difference between a domestic dog, for example, and a dingo. If you've ever been around a dingo, whoa, they are aware of everything. Whereas a domestic dog is asleep. And we've become like that too. We've become asleep. We want to be wild and free and awake. The safest place for me to be is in my body. Together. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. And if you want to, you can even stand up and move your body, dance it in, dance your spirit in. I call my spirit back.
I call my spirit back.
I dance my spirit back.
I dance my spirit back.
I sing my spirit back.
I sing my spirit back.
The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. So I really encourage you to move your feet. I know it can be like moving from sitting to standing, feel really awkward, but I want you to feel, I'm being guided for you to feel your body, to dance your body, to dance your spirit in. You might just do that seated on a chair, moving your feet, but really encourage you, if it feels right, to actually dance you back into you, to really feel the earth under you, to dance the earth awake around you and under you. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. And really dance your body back. You know, if you're a woman, dance your womb back, dance your legs back, dance your whole entire body back. If you're a man, dance your whole body back. Really all the parts of your body, all the parts that make up your physicality. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. That's it, feel the earth under your feet. The safest place for me to be is in my body. Dance the earth up. The safest place for me to be is in my body. Call your spirit back. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. Safest place for me to be is in my body. Really dance your womb back. Dance your breasts back. Dance your testicles back. Dance your body back. Claim your body back. Is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. As you dance your body back, as you dance the parts of your body back, you can release the trauma stuck there. It's just old energy. You've survived whatever happened, the abuse, the sexual abuse, the physical abuse, the pushing down, whatever it is. You've survived it. All that you're holding on to is the trauma and memory of it in your body. You've survived it. Your body is safe. You are safe in your body. I am safe in my body. Please for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. That's it. Dance out the trauma. Dance out the pain. Let the earth just take all the disappointment, all the unmet expectations. Sing it. Dance it out. Body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. Call your spirit back. Safest place for me to be is in my body. Call your spirit back. First place for me to be is in my body. Be powerful in your body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. Safest place for me to be is in my body. You're safe, you're safe. First place for me to be safe now. You're safe now. The safest place for me to be is in my body. It's only memory now. First place for me to be is in my body. Release the energy. Safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. The safest place for me to be is in my body. Our subconscious is often represented by the child. So within us we have children of different ages that are kind of stuck in time. The subconscious doesn't know the present moment from the past. It's all happening now. So if something scary happened in the past, that little child will still be stuck, still be frozen in that fear. So it's important to create a beautiful garden in the heart, just for you, just for them, not even for a family member or a lover or a partner, but a sanctuary within, an oasis within. This garden in the heart doesn't need any weeding or tending to. It's an oasis. It's not a place to heal, it's a place to be healed in. It's a sanctuary within. No one can find it. It's hidden and it's protected. It's guarded. I create this garden within my heart right now.
I create this garden within my heart right now.
I allow it to take form right now.
I allow it to take form right now.
For the younger parts within me.
For the younger parts within me.
To be healed.
To be healed.
To be safe.
To be safe.
To grow up.
To grow up.
And really finding that adult. Before we work with the child, it's really important that there's an adult there. You can say, I call to me my inner adult.
I call to me my inner adult.
That part of me that's capable and able and wise.
That part of me that's capable and able and wise.
That's grounded, safe and strong.
That's grounded, safe and strong.
That's able to love.
That's able to love.
To soothe.
To soothe.
And to comfort.
And to comfort.
Get a sense of that inner adult, calling that to you immediately. Feeling the presence of that capable you, that capable, able adult. We've found in a lot of the work that we've done over the years that people do a lot of work with their inner child and they assume that they found their adult. But often it's just the child trying to comfort the child because they haven't found their inner adult. So find the inner adult as the starting point. That part of you that is capable, that's able, that's wise and loving, and has embodied that, has the capability to live that. That father, mother energy within you. And you can say, as the adult, it's my job to look after all the younger parts of me.
It's my job to look after all the younger parts of me.
The inner children within.
The inner children within.
Your job is to play.
Your job is to play.
Not to manage my adult life.
Not to manage my adult life.
Not to manage my relationships.
Not to manage my relationships.
My sense of safety.
My sense of safety.
My finances.
My finances.
My work.
My work.
My family life.
My family life.
That's my job.
That's my job.
And I request you give me the reins back.
And I request you give me the reins back.
And I give you the reins of play.
And I give you the reins of play.
Of fun.
Of fun.
And have this sense of this powerful adult calling all these younger parts back. It may even be a circle of them where you're hugging all of them, loving all of them, reassuring all of them that you can manage your life so they don't have to. We often have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 7-year-old, a teenager running our lives, running our relationships, running our businesses. And how do you think that's going to go? They don't have the skills, the tools of effective communication. They're just doing whatever they did as a child, hit and miss, to get their needs met. Really feeling that strong earth energy, the mother energy, the father energy, the divine mother energy, the divine father energy, loving these children, grounding these parts of our subconscious. There is nothing to fear, you can say to them. There is nothing to fear.
There is nothing to fear.
You are safe.
You are safe.
I am the adult.
I am the adult.
Tell them how old you are.
Tell them how old you are.
So that was more directive to actually tell them your age. You know, I'm 30, I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm 60, I'm 20. I'm an adult now. I know, or I will learn how to manage all the situations of our lives. It's not up to you to manage them on our behalf. I don't expect you to, and I know that you're not capable to do that well. Look at how old I am. Look how strong I am. Look how big I am. Look how loving I am. Look how safe I am. And really present to them that embodied, powerful adult. Not child to child. Adult to child. If it's just child to child, it's the child trying to self-soothe itself. That'll never work. It's slow. The adult, because they're grounded, because they're capable, because they're loving, because they're safe, can rebalance these children very quickly and have a sense of them when they're rebalanced, coming into your body as the adult, safe within the garden of your heart, safe within your body. And filling that space with love, filling that space with light, filling that space with love, with symbols of love, flowers, sunshine, butterflies, whatever symbols of love, a warm embrace, the embrace of the sun on your body, on this little one's body, being embraced by the angels, being embraced by your inner adult, your inner father, your inner mother. I commit to parenting you.
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 And I choose to embody.
And I choose to embody.
I choose to be present in this body.
I choose to be present in this body.
To experience my strength in this body.
To experience my strength in this body.
And my safety here on the earth.
And my safety here on the earth.
On this incredible planet.
On this incredible planet.
This planet that vibrates and pulses with life.
This planet that vibrates and pulses with life.
With love.
With love.
We're going to have a 5-minute pause. In that time, please feel free to stay in this space. If you're right there, let the power animals come with you, elements of the earth come to you. Definitely have a drink of water. If you need to, obviously visit the loo. Now's the time, and we'll come back in 5 minutes. So we turn now to face the west and the element of water. And we can say, I call out to the spirit of the west.
I call out to the spirit of the west.
Please initiate me into the element of water.
Please initiate me into the element of water.
Wash through my emotional body.
Wash through my emotional body.
Cleanse my entire being.
Cleanse my entire being.
Of anything that is stuck.
Of anything that is stuck.
Anything that feels contracted.
Anything that feels contracted.
Hard.
Hard.
And heavy.
And heavy.
Wash through my entire emotional field.
Wash through my entire emotional field.
Cleansing my mind, body and spirit.
Cleansing my mind, body and spirit.
Cleansing the waters of my life.
Cleansing the waters of my life.
Allowing yourself to be immersed in the water. That may be a pool, a lake, an ocean, a hot spring. Wherever you're guided and called. I ask the waters of life.
I ask the waters of life.
To cleanse the waters of my life.
To cleanse the waters of my life.
To enable my emotional field to be clear.
To enable my emotional field to be clear.
Fluid.
Fluid.
Open.
Open.
Heart-centered.
Heart-centered.
And peaceful.
And peaceful.
Breathe in. You might get a sense of the feeling of, the knowing of, the images of, the sensations of being cleansed, being washed, being anointed, being initiated into the cleansing, clear waters of life, washing you of old, stagnant energies. They may be discolorations, they may be dark in color. Have this sense of just by being in that sacred holy water, what is not sacred and holy in you energetically is just coming out of you, being washed out of you. A beautiful, deep, cellular level cleanse of all the waters in your body. Allowing your mind to be washed, your mind that clenches, holds on to, has expectations that aren't met that lead to emotional turmoil. Really let the waters wash and cleanse and clear the waters of your life, of your field. You may even find that the sun is there lighting up those waters, helping you to cleanse even more deeply, bringing sparkles, bringing color, bringing light. Right through your field, right through your body. I request and allow the waters to go deep into my heart.
The waters to go deep into my heart.
Any part of my emotional world.
Any part of my emotional world.
That requires cleansing and healing.
That requires cleansing and healing.
I invite the waters in to do that now.
I invite the waters in to do that now.
Breathe in. Sometimes we feel like we're not strong enough to allow healing energy into old emotional wounds, but you have survived them. All that's left is the imprint and the energy of them. Allow them to be washed. Allow them to be moved on. Allow them to be broken up, to dissolve. Can say, I don't need to make this healing happen.
I don't need to make this healing happen.
I just allow it to.
I just allow it to.
I give permission for it to.
I give permission for it to.
The waters know how to rebalance my inner waters.
The waters know how to rebalance my inner waters.
Breathe in. I am lovable. I am loved.
I am lovable. I am loved.
I am good enough.
I am good enough.
I am worthy
I am worthy
of being treated with respect and tenderness.
of being treated with respect and tenderness.
I treat myself in this way.
I treat myself in this way.
I expect to be treated in this way by others.
I expect to be treated in this way by others.
I am a valuable member of my community.
I am a valuable member of my community.
My community needs me to be well.
My community needs me to be well.
They need me to be all I can be.
They need me to be all I can be.
So I allow the waters to wash and cleanse the past.
So I allow the waters to wash and cleanse the past.
Breathe into that. I allow myself to feel the full spectrum of emotions.
I allow myself to feel the full spectrum of my emotions.
I give myself permission to experience joy,
I give myself permission to experience joy,
pleasure,
pleasure,
ecstasy,
ecstasy,
happiness,
happiness,
contentment,
contentment,
love,
love,
the feelings of grace and generosity,
the feelings of grace and generosity,
expansion of my soul
expansion of my soul
and spirit.
and spirit.
Breathe into that. I give myself and my body
I give myself and my body
to experience pleasure again
to experience pleasure again
at the deepest, most sensitive levels.
at the deepest, most sensitive levels.
Breathe that intention in. I allow the waters to reflect my beauty,
I allow the waters to reflect my beauty,
my contentment,
my contentment,
my happiness,
my happiness,
emotions that perhaps I haven't felt recently
emotions I perhaps haven't felt recently
or even for a while.
or even for a while.
Breathe into that. You can gaze upon a beautiful, still body of water. You may have been in the water and now you're on the banks. To see, feel, know, intuit the reflection that's there. And getting a sense of how much permission you give to experience the full spectrum of emotions. Do you give yourself permission to experience sadness, anger, jealousy? Do you give yourself permission to experience joy, bliss, full-bodied orgasmic pleasure? Really getting a sense of the yin and yang, the full emotional spectrum. I give myself permission to experience the full gamut of emotions.
I give myself permission to experience the full gamut of emotions.
I'm not scared of emotions.
I'm not scared of emotions.
I'm able to move with them.
I'm able to move with them.
I'm able to flow with them.
I'm able to flow with them.
I don't need to drown in them
I don't need to drown in them
or be overpowered by them.
or be overpowered by them.
And neither do I push them away
And neither do I push them away
as things that I shouldn't experience and feel.
as things that I shouldn't experience and feel.
I'm here to experience the full gamut.
I'm here to experience the full gamut.
I will not restrict my emotional experiences here.
I will not restrict my emotional experiences here.
And just become aware of, have you labeled emotions as good, bad, ugly, desirable, undesirable? If you stuff an emotion away, what do you think that is going to do to your body? That's where we often have sicknesses and illnesses. Our emotional body is to be expressed freely, not overtaken, not consumed by, not pushed away, to feel, to let flow and let go. If you've been betrayed, feel the feeling of betrayal. Allow yourself to feel it and release it. Not twist it, distort it, build a story around it, build walls around it. Be gung-ho to get them back. I'm not scared of my emotional body.
I'm not scared of my emotional body.
I take responsibility for my experiences in life.
I take responsibility for my experiences in life.
And I'm not fearful of life.
I'm not fearful of life.
I live it
I live it
fully.
fully.
The more embodied you are, the more advanced you are spiritually, always the more vulnerable you are. You're not frightened to be hurt, and you do get hurt. You feel fully. You haven't got all these walls around you stopping you feeling life. Have you locked away your love? Have you turned love off? I open all the doors that I shut on love.
I open all the doors that I shut on love.
I let my love out.
I let my love out.
If I keep a wall around me,
If I keep a wall around me,
sure, I'll be safe,
sure I'll be safe.
but I won't even experience my love,
But I won't even experience my love,
let alone love from the world.
let alone love from the world.
I refuse to live like that.
I refuse to live like that.
voice and I will use it.
I have a voice and I will use it.
I will express to my community how things feel,
I will express to my community how things feel,
how requests and actions feel,
how requests and actions feel,
without fear,
without fear,
with full ownership,
with full ownership,
being fully responsible for me,
being fully responsible for me,
my reactions,
my
inner child's reactions.
my inner child's reactions.
I grow up.
I grow up.
Emotionally, I choose that for myself.
Emotionally, I choose that for myself.
Breathe in. And in growing up, it doesn't mean that we don't have fun. The most spiritual people I've met have the most fun. But they're also adults. They also know how to hold themselves, how to hold others. They're not irresponsible with their life. They feel it. They love deeply. And they play fully, unashamedly. We give deep gratitude to the waters in the west, and we turn our attention and turn our field to the north and the energy of fire. Just taking a breath, just taking a moment, just feeling the warmth, feeling the fire drying you if you've been wet, warming you if you've been emotional, transmuting you if you're still holding on to old stuff that you're angry or upset about. Let the fire greet you, meet you, hold you, warm you, support you. I welcome the support of the fire.
I welcome the support of the fire
to gently hold me,
to gently hold me,
warm me,
restore me.
Just getting a sense of that warming fire, bringing light into the shadows, into the emotional field you've just been swimming in. And I invite you to say, I call out to the spirit of the north.
I call out to the spirit of the north.
Place of fire.
Place of fire.
To initiate me.
To initiate me.
Into the energy of fire.
Into the energy of fire.
The transmutational properties of fire.
The transmutational properties of fire.
The regenerating nature of fire.
The regenerating nature of fire.
To burn through the old.
To burn through the old.
To transmute what doesn't serve.
To transmute what doesn't serve.
And to activate and rekindle.
And to activate and rekindle.
The fire of my own spirit.
The fire of my own spirit.
The light of my own essence.
The light of my own essence.
That can never go out.
That can never go out.
That is always burning brightly.
That is always burning brightly.
Breathe into that intention. Breathe in. choose to burn up
I choose to burn up
that which no longer serves,
that which no longer serves,
that which I'm ready to release,
that which I'm ready to release,
so that I can step into
so that I can step into
the expansion of my spirit,
the expansion of my
the
spirit,
light of my soul,
the light of my soul,
the potential of who I am.
the potential of who I am.
Breathe in. I invite you to perceive, feel, visualize, and know this beautiful fire in front of you, and starting to grab energy with your hands, offering it into the fire. Grabbing that energy wherever you feel it. Whatever energy you know is old, whatever energy is not serving you, whatever energy is holding you back, just grabbing it, feeling it, and offering it into the fire as an offering of love. Like you're feeding the fire with love and feeding the fire with that which does not serve you anymore. Old beliefs, old thought forms, old patterns, old addictions, old ways of being, old habits that you just keep spinning through over and over again, just really grabbing those and putting them into the fire, offering them into the sacred fire. Having a sense of being like the phoenix rising from the ashes, your soul and spirit in its true form, in its true light, in its true passion. Your spirit rising like the phoenix. Rekindling your spirit. Your spirit can never be hurt. My spirit can never be hurt.
My spirit can never be hurt.
My spirit can never be divided.
My spirit can never be divided.
Split into.
Split into.
It is strong.
It is strong.
It is pure.
It is pure.
It is loving.
It is loving.
And it is constantly rejuvenating itself.
And it is constantly rejuvenating itself.
My spirit,
my
my fire,
fire
can never be put out.
Can never be put out.
I am loved.
I am loved.
I matter.
I matter.
I am loved.
I am loved.
My state,
my state,
my experience on this planet,
my experience on this planet
matters.
matters.
We are all connected.
We are all connected.
We all matter equally.
We all matter equally.
When we suffer,
when we suffer,
when one suffers,
when one suffers,
all suffer.
All suffer.
When one experiences joy and happiness,
when one experiences joy and happiness,
we all experience joy and happiness.
We all experience joy and happiness.
We are here together.
We are here together.
I open up to the community.
I open up to the community.
In small and big ways.
In small and big ways.
I open to loving my community.
I open to loving my community.
To being loved by my community.
To being loved by my community.
To being a light in my community.
To being a light in my community.
To being supported by my community.
To being supported by my community.
To supporting my community.
To supporting my community.
I am not an island.
I'm not an island.
We are all in this together.
We are all in this together.
I look upon everybody as my brother and sister.
I look upon everybody as my brother and sister.
Ready to love me.
Ready to love me.
Me ready to love them.
Me ready to love them.
Accepting me.
Accepting me.
Me accepting them.
And me accepting them.
As I am.
As I am.
As they are.
As they are.
I'm not here to change anybody.
I'm not here to change anybody.
I'm here to love everybody where they are as they are.
I'm here to love everybody as they are, where they are.
And I expect the same back.
And I expect the same back.
I matter.
I matter.
You matter.
You matter.
We all matter.
We all matter.
We are in this together.
We are in this together.
Any small act of kindness,
any small act of kindness,
ripples through the whole fabric of life.
Ripples through the whole fabric of life.
And I take the opportunities.
And I take the opportunities
to give and receive kindness from others.
To give and receive kindness from others.
And give and receive kindness to others.
Give and receive kindness to others.
It's all a bit mixed up there, but you know what I'm saying. We acknowledge the direction of below and above, the in-between, all the guides who love us unconditionally. And just starting to move your feet, just starting to lift your feet up and down, moving your wrists, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Taking a drink of water if you need to, taking a conscious breath in and out. Thank you so much, everybody, for the journey. Completed 2 sessions The next live one will be next Sunday, same time. It'll be 2 hours. That next session will be working with our spirit guides, connecting to them. We will formally close the 4 directions as we've opened them. I just wanted to thank Jen, Lisa, Mandy and Amanda for holding space, and to thank every one of you, whether you're listening to this later on or joining us live, for turning up, for giving this a go, for moving through the cycle of what we've been doing. Really encourage everyone to drink plenty of water. Doing spiritual work, cleansing ourselves is naturally dehydrating. Be gentle with yourselves. Let this settle, let this integrate. If you need to reach out to one tribe or anyone within it, please do. We have a shamanic clinic. I am intensively looking after my mother at the moment, who's going through a big transition in her life. So if you need to contact me, maybe send an email. If I can't answer personally, I will definitely get someone to support you as you're journeying through this work. So thank you so much. With that, we'll close the 4 directions down, close this session down. So we give great gratitude to the east, the south, the west, the north, the direction of below Mother Earth, above Father Sky, the sacred in between. We close all of the directions down and give great gratitude. And with that, we end this session. Thank you so much for joining us on the journey.